Hey guys, it is Katie's Creatures here. So today I'm going to be doing a leopard gecko care guide. So this is Marley. As you can see, he has that nice fat tail. And Marley is a leopard gecko. I believe it is a girl, although it's very hard to tell in lizards. But anyways, so today we're going to be talking all about how to care for these guys and what is sort of the best care to provide. So let's start with the enclosure. So what's so nice about leopard geckos is they're a great beginner lizard because of the fact that they don't take humongous enclosures. So basically a 10-gallon tank is pretty good for these guys. That's gonna be enough. 20-gallon tanks are great if you can do that, but if not, again, 10-gallon tanks are great and they will definitely do good in that space. So that's always nice that they don't take a whole lot of space. But anyways, so a 10-gallon tank, like I said, is really what you're going to be using for these guys. And yeah, I just, that's a really good enclosure for them. So as far as diet for leopard geckos, they are mainly insectivores, eating basically mealworms, crickets, very, very small dubia roaches, and the really big guys you might be able to feed a superworm, and that kind of thing. So waxworms, again, for the bigger guys. But Marley eats a diet basically of crickets and mealworms, and that is the diet really. So yeah, and she really benefits from it, as you can see. So leopard geckos store fat in their tail, and they do this because if they have to go a while without food, they are able to pull fat from this tail and survive off of that. So that's really cool. So you are able to tell if it's a healthy leopard gecko when they have a little bit of a larger tail or a fatter tail. See, so she has a very nice tail, and she also has a very big appetite as well. So yeah, but also with that food you are going to need to have a calcium supplement. This is to help prevent metabolic bone disease, which is pretty common in reptiles, sadly, and it can happen a lot. So I use the Reptile calcium, and I just sprinkle that on the worms or crickets, whatever I'm giving her, maybe about 5 times a week. So 4 or 5 times out of 7 normally is my sort of routine for that. And she, as you can see, is super healthy and doing really well. And yeah. As far as water goes, you can have you're going to want a small water dish in the enclosure, but not too deep, because these guys are not the best swimmers and they can drown if it's too deep. So, gotta be careful about that. So as far as heating and lighting, these guys are nocturnal, so they sleep at night, or they sleep during the day and they're awake at night. So you do not need any light bulb for these guys, but you do need heat. So for heat, I recommend a heat mat. Not many animals can use a heat mat, but these are one of the few exceptions. Or a heat mat under the tank, I guess I should say. You're going to want to put this under the tank. Have a warm side and a cool side. On the warm side, you're going to want, like I said, that heater underneath that tank. And you can get these heaters at Petco, PetSmart, that kind of thing. And it's really, you're going to need this to keep them warm, because they do like it pretty warm. And yeah. On the cool side, you're also going to want a humid hide. So basically just take a paper towel, moss from the pet store, because some, obviously you don't want to risk parasites or anything in moss outside. So just be safe and get it from the pet store. And you're just going to squirt that down about every day, every other day or so, just so it's nice and humid for them. This is going to help with shedding. And as far as shedding goes, you really shouldn't have to help them out at all if they're having good shedding. And it depends. They do it a lot more when they're younger. When they're adults, they sort of tend to slow down as far as shedding goes. But yeah, you're able to really tell if they're shedding well or not. They'll have a lot of pieces stuck on them, that kind of thing. If they're not, in that case, you're probably going to want to raise the humidity levels and the humid hide. And you don't want to bother them, hold them, do anything like that when they're shedding. It's a very stressful time for these guys, so they don't want to be bothered. And you'll also be able to tell pretty easily when they're shedding or about to shed, because they're not as vibrant as normal. So, yeah. But anyways, so for Substrate, it's sort of a controversial topic, I guess. I don't recommend sand. It's a personal thing. I don't, some people say sand is fine as long as you don't feed on it, because if they ingest it, they can cause impaction, which is basically blockages in the organs. And obviously you don't want that. So, if you really, really want to, I guess you can, but I really just recommend using reptile carpet, because reptile carpet is, it's also a lot cheaper than sand. Well, yeah, it is cheaper than sand, because you can buy one and then just keep reusing it as long as you wash it. I have about 4 that I go through, and it's perfect so that I don't have to, immediately have to whatever. So anyways, it's really nice just to have a couple on hand. You can also use tile, like the peel and stick tile or the slate tile. Those work as well. Those are also going to be the best bets. So between those two, between the tile and the reptile carpet, I recommend you should be able to find one that works well for you. So yeah. But as far as decorations, these guys are from the desert, if that, does anything for you. But I just have like a couple plants in there. As you do want to make sure that they don't eat them though, because otherwise, if they ingest like a plastic plant, it could be harmful to them. So you want to be careful about that. But yeah, I just have a couple. She has never even come close to eating the plastic plants, so I'm not worried about her. But obviously, if I did see it, I would take it out immediately. So plastic plants, a couple different hides. You're really going to want, like I said, a hot hide, which is where the heater is, and then a humid hide, which is where the paper towel or moss, whatever, is with water on it for shedding. And yeah, super simple. These guys' care is, it's one of the easier lizards, and they're pretty tame, as you can see. She is super chill. She doesn't really move a whole lot. She'll get little bursts of energies, but then it's pretty much gone. And yeah, so she's a sweetie pie. So if you have any questions, make sure to leave them down below. I'll gladly answer them. And that is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up and comment down below what other videos you would like to see. If you'd like to see her setup, let me know. It's a pretty simple setup, but I would gladly show you guys. And yeah, make sure to press the notification bell, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!